The Nevada night shift. The manager told me the night shift was dead. He was right, but he didn't tell me that sometimes the dead come back to visit. This is why I'm never going back to that Nevada gas station. I took the night shift because no one else wanted it. The listing didn't say much, just overnight clerk, 11 p.m. to 7 a.m., quiet location, reliable transportation required. The pay was $1 above minimum wage. Luis, the evening clerk, told me my first night, nothing happens. Just keep the coffee fresh and don't fall asleep. The station set off a long stretch of highway cutting through the Nevada desert. At night, everything disappeared. No streets, no buildings, just black, open land. After Luis left, the station fell into a heavy stillness. The fluorescent lights inside hummed, a constant electrical buzz that settled into the back of your skull. I got used to the silence. By the second week, I started bringing a book. I'd sit behind the counter, occasionally glancing up, trying to ignore the isolation. I spent hours staring at the security monitor, a grainy 4-camera feed showing the empty pumps, the parking lot, and the interior. Everything always looked the same, until that Thursday. It must have been around 2:30 in the morning when the air in the room suddenly felt heavy. I checked the time, and that's when it started. I didn't hear it pull in. When I glanced up at the monitor, it was just there, parked at the farthest pump, a dark sedan with pitch-black windows. At around 2:45, the front door chime rang out, too loud in the quiet space. A man walked in. I hadn't seen him get out of the car. "Evening," I said. He didn't respond. He was thin, pale. His hair was short and uneven. He wore a dark jacket despite the desert heat. "Pump 4, he said. His voice was flat, empty. He placed a bill on the counter. His hand was shaking, a constant, subtle vibration. He looked at me and said, "If you see another car out there, don't go out." I turned to the monitor. There were 2 cars out there. I looked out the window. Only one. I looked back at the monitor. 2 cars again. The second one was dark and silent. The screen began to flicker and glitch, as if the camera was terrified of what it saw. The man reached his car and drove away into the immense darkness. On the monitor, his car left, but the second car stayed. It just sat there, waiting. At 3:10 a.m., the old landline phone on the desk began to vibrate. It didn't just ring, it rattled against the wood like it was trying to escape. My heart hammering against my ribs, I slowly reached for the receiver. The air was cold now, and the humming of the lights had stopped. I picked it up. A voice, my own voice, whispered from the other end, "Don't go outside." The line went dead. I stared at the monitor, frozen in realization. The rest of the shift crawled by. By 7 a.m., the sky was a dull, pale gray. The desert looked abandoned, and I felt like a ghost in my own skin. As I left, I saw fresh tire marks at pump 2, leading in but not out.
If these stories gave you chills, subscribe now, because it only gets darker from here.